Hey, good morning. This is the professor with Day Trading for Success. Today I'll be trading with a pretty large group of people. We are going to be doing the RV strategy, but with a much higher ATR than what the book Day Trading Volume 1 calls for. We'll be doing Nvidia instead. Please read this disclaimer. I am not a licensed financial advisor. This is an entertainment channel that we try to show you different ways to trade with demonstrations and tips and tricks. And we offer a lot of layouts for free that I'll make this layout today available as well as custom scripts for free. This is a scalper's indicator. Anyway, make sure you read this and talk to a licensed financial advisor before you try to do any day trading live. So guys, we are going to be doing, like I just mentioned, the RV strategy, and I'm going to go over this layout and this strategy quickly. I do want to point out the differences of why, because there's definitely been more and more questions about people that are getting into the RV strategy and doing really well. About some of the videos I show aren't really covering the RV strategy per se as it's described, and that is correct, because the RV strategy calls for a stock that is consolidating sideways that has an ATR of like 4, 5, or 6. Really, maybe, some people have pushed that to 8 and done pretty well, where the stock will move in between a range bound and the ATR is the average true range over a 14-day period of how that stock has moved in 14 days. So you're trying to discover that range and then trade in a sideways consolidating market, getting in and out, knowing that you don't have a lot of risk because of the way that range is set. Obviously, it can leave that like it just did right here. This is the ATR low. But Nvidia that we're trading today has a $40 range. So like outside the camera view, it's like way. So the swings can be wild. And we're going to be trading 1,000 shares. Say I had it on 700 there, 1,000 shares. And I did do a brief trade earlier today, but a few minutes ago. So I have a $2,000 max loss per trade. This strategy is not designed for that. It's breaking loose of its shackles when we trade like this, but a lot of people like to see this kind of trading. But day trading for success is really centered on making, $50 a day, $100 a day, $200 a day, $300 a day. And the whole way the RV strategy was designed was to be very safe for people to make a living day trading, make a couple, $200-300 a day, 5 days a week over a period of just an hour of trading or a half hour of trading. So let's not lose sight of that's why that book is a bestseller. That's why people are making so much money and doing that, and then being able to quit their jobs and so forth. Remember, trade in a simulator, speak to somebody you trust, a licensed financial advisor. Every strategy can be a losing strategy if you can't control yourself. So let's briefly go into the books before I go into this. So I do promote books. People are sick of it, but I do recommend you read 5 books if you're new, and that's Day Trading Volume 1, 2, and 3, Best Loser Wins, and Trading in the Zone. Those are 5 books, different authors, that I highly recommend that you do read in your trading journey here. There's many other good books too. I can't promote them all, but those 5. Now, Day Trading Volume 1 specifically centers on this strategy, released last March of 2023, and then became a bestseller instantly because of how good the strategy is. Nobody really put out a strategy, had not yet put out a strategy, how to trade large cap stocks. So the RV strategy centers on stocks that are a $25 billion minimum market cap and a $1 billion minimum float with an ATR of like 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. Like I just gone over. Now, if you don't know what that means, again, another reason to buy the book. It explains it step by step, everything, how to open an account. Now, it's a general day trading book, but then it goes into a workbook on what I think is the best strategy out there, which is this strategy. Now, last week, I did a lot of different beta testing for open strategies, and we have a lot of archive videos about that and archive videos about the RV strategy. If you don't want to read the book, you probably can pick up most of the information by just watching all of my archive videos, but I am not the $1 Million Margin Club. That $1 Million Margin, Day Trading for Success is not the $1 Million Margin Club. They're the ones that picked up the strategy and wrote it from from working with many, many traders. And that's why I recommend getting that book. So I'll stop talking about it, but everything will be linked on this. So now, how do we get the range to start? So let's talk about this layout pretty quickly. I will make this layout available today with a link if you want to get this layout. I've done a hybrid, if you've been watching me, kind of done a hybrid of the strategies, of the open strategies layout, now mixed with the RV strategy layout. So let's go over that in some detail here. And I'm going to explain the spaghetti mess, which really won't be much of a mess when we start to trade. So don't panic that you don't. Well, what are all these lines? How could I possibly? I'll show you how. And again, the book tells you exactly how to trade these. But this is a 1-minute chart. This is the famous scalping indicator that I scripted. It's a custom script and it's free on this channel. So you can get, we don't sell courses, we don't sell scripts, we don't sell layouts. We have videos on how to set up your own scanner so you don't have to buy a service. All that we ask for is your subscription, your viewing, and your thumbs up, and we hope you will give that back to us for what we're offering here. But we're not going to be charging for anything. So there's 10 or 11 amazing custom scripts in episode 83 here. Look them up. This has many different versions through different episodes. More recent episodes will have this better one. But basically, the sellers are the red lines, the buyers are the green, and then the blue is the volume. And then this is showing the percentage. So when you see this climb up like a wave of action, you jump on buying and you ride it real quick and make some money and then jump off as it starts to turn. It's amazing. It works really well. You have to remember, as that wave comes over and you're jumping on a surfboard and riding it to the green, to the money, remember there's rocks down there. So watch, don't get greedy. Get out quick after you've made, 5 cents, 10 cents, whatever it is. And you could always get in again. In this case, I would have taken profit, got in again, then I would have jumped out because look what happened. So you don't count it, just to keep going. But anyway, so you have that. Down here, I have a minimized day chart. I'm going to open up in a minute. This is the level 2. It's the only thing that's really better if you know how to read this than reading the scalpers indicator, in my opinion, because this is before the action happens and this is after. So these are the people like an auction. They're bidding. They're saying, I'm going to pay this much for the stock. These are the people saying, no, I'm asking this much. In between is the market maker. Picture a bridge with a toll booth in between here. The market maker's adding liquidity and making sure that these stocks move it's sort of, you get in between what they call the spread. So, and it moves quickly. And then down here are the people waiting to sell their stocks, and it might be at different prices. And you multiply all these numbers by 100. And also remember, 50 to 70% of this is hidden. If you learn to, if you learn to read this, this is much better than what happens after they're sold, because that's what it's telling you. But this is just like a 1 second difference. So you're seriously into scalping. You probably aren't using this much for large cap stocks, which is another one of the reasons this strategy was developed, that you don't have to be a pro at reading level 2 on large cap stocks, because it doesn't help. These don't move the stock a lot because it's just so, they're billions and trillions of dollars of market cap. So you're not going to see it unless you see huge numbers here. But anyway, that's generally how that works. Here's the active trader. We'll all be trading market. We'll all be trading exactly 1,000 shares. We will not be doing partials like buy the bid and sell the ask or anything like that. This is a 15-minute chart that helps me keep the overall shows me the overall move when I'm mostly focusing on a 1 minute. This is a 5 minute. This is a 5 minute. This is a 1 hour. This is a 4 hour. So I use all of these. Let's open up the day real quick. So how do we get the average true range here? How do we get those two lines, high and low? We look at yesterday's close. To the right of my picture, you see it's C877.35. That was the close of yesterday. And then down here, the average true range over 14-day period. Look at that number when I go back over it. $41.87. You divide that by 2, and then you subtract half of it from the close to get the ATR low, and you add the other half to get the ATR high. So basically, you've covered the whole $41, but you've just made a mean center. That is our range. Now we're trying to figure out how to trade within there. So you use Fibonacci levels, and you use pivot points where the stock has turned around previously. So how do we get those? Everybody's ready to go up there. Now, technically, the strategy doesn't start till a half hour after the market opens. We're on the New York Stock Exchange, East Coast time in the United States. That is 10 a.m. for us. So we'll be starting in about 9 minutes to trade, or maybe a little sooner if something presents itself here. So I have to be prepared to go in at any time. So once we have that range, now we're looking for pivot points. So the Fibonacci levels are nature's mathematical formula. And as you can see here, these are Fibonacci lines. So you would click the Fibonacci, drag it to click. You're looking for basically the peak and the trough. And it could be the peak could have been here and the trough could be down here, but it's always left to right. And then these lines spread out and they give you areas where the stock may turn around. See what happened there? So a lot of people respect these. So I do it on a 5-minute 5-day, and I do it on a 5-minute 2-day, which are the pink ones. And you can see, again, they're picked up on many locations. This is going to help tell us when to get in and get out. Now it's inside here, inside our range, we only have a couple of lines. You have a double line here, pink and yellow. You have one down here. So those may come in handy today because we're over here, okay? Let me just zoom that in so I'm ready to trade. It dove down. I love to see stuff bounce off the ATR, and that's why, guys, we should be prepared to go in maybe a little early. We don't want to waste it. Now, the next thing you do, according to the book, it tells you exactly how to lay this out, is you would then look for pivot points. These are pivot points. Now, mine all say 5M because they're all on a 5-minute chart. But usually you start with a 4-hour. But if you see here, the price action dropped off. I couldn't get enough. I'm trying to create channels within the ATR, which is way up here and here. I could only have created a couple, 3 or 4 channels. That's not enough for me to trade. So although the 4-hour is the best to mark on, because that's accumulation of all the other time charts, 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, 90 minute, 2 hour, all jumbled into a 4-hour to give you a more probability, a better probability of where the stock may turn around, because it's done that before. All patterns are based on previous actions. So reading Day Trading Volume 1, 2, and 3, it's going to teach you technical analysis about patterns. Nobody trades without going by some kind of a pattern. Nobody trades, day trading anyway, without looking at some chart and then some pattern. There's all arguments about what is the better chart and pattern and time frame to look at. Of course, that'll go on to the end of time, but there's always something. So this is a specific strategy that has been working well for so many people for over a year now, and I don't see it ever changing, and that's why we trade it often. So since there wasn't on the 4-hour, then we went to the 1 hour. Again, I could have gotten some more, and I almost went for it. But if I can't usually get it like that, when the price drops off so fast off of just the day before, I tend to jump right to the 5-minute, and that's what I did when the 1 hour didn't look good enough for me. So now when we open up the 5-minute, guys, we may go in early if this continues to bounce up here. So then I just looked in here and I found the levels that, I started to mark every reasonable level on a 5-minute, and that's where they are marked. I try to pick up more across. It's a little subjective because you're trying to line up like this lined up over here. So I slightly moved it here, so I that's what you do. You kind of move them a little bit because you're trying to get the spot where it's going to mostly turn around. Then you're looking for the 50 cent, where it's the better average probability that it turns around. Slows, rests, turns around, picks another direction, whatever it might be. You guys ready to go off this ATR? Okay. So I'm going to be trading on a 1-minute chart. And when I expand the 1-minute chart, you will see that it's all those lines suddenly don't become much of a mess to look at. And there's a little bit, but I need these to know when to turn around. So that's a ceiling, this is the floor. That's a ceiling, this is the floor. Again, the book will tell you in detail. When you break through a ceiling, you go with it, and then if it breaks back through, that's when you jump out. But I have a $2,000 max loss because we are trading a wild animal here with Nvidia, and I don't want to get to that max loss, but I want to be able to hold the move and follow my rules. So, but that doesn't mean I won't jump out if it looks like with everything else, because I look for 5-minute chart alignment with 1 minute. I will look at the level 2 to see if there's somebody pushing it a little bit. I definitely watch the scalpers indicator down here, and that's going to tell me my volume, which is really important when you're judging a move. So although the support and resistance lines are very helpful and useful, you are looking for accumulation of a lot of different tactics, factors that are set up on this platform. Like I said, this layout, like I said, I will make this layout available. Yeah, so guys, this is absolutely bouncing off of this. If everybody's ready to go in, man, we missed it, right? Let's just go in. Is it going to keep going up? Let's see if there's any kind of a pullback here. Now, I'm just going to go in right now, guys. So I went in early, so I went in at 56. So here's my open position right now. I'm not going to be reversing today. So that will help a lot of people look at this in a different way. So I'm actually going to take that move right there, guys. I'm out, and I'm looking for a slight pullback to get back in. So look at what the market maker is willing to give me. I still think this has got to move upward. So I'm looking for it to pull back for a move upward. See if it pulls back any. I'm just going to get in there. It didn't pull back much. Yeah, I should have waited a second longer. So with 1,000 shares, every penny is $10. So this number can go bad on you real quickly. So yeah. I just think that we have, if you look at the bigger picture, whenever you have a retracement off of an ATR, we have to look at this move and not get too worried about this right now. We need to look at this move to be going up. So now it could just swell back down, but let's take a look. Now, every time it breaks through one of these channels, this is sort of like a shackle grabbing it. That's the way you've got to look at it. There are people that were here before buying and selling. These levels are not just random. You saw how I set them up. How well they are to be respected remains to be seen. I respect Fibonacci levels a lot more, but it blew right through that earlier. So I got a little bit of a cushion to ride this move. Plus, I can go $2,000 max loss on a particular trade. But now this is the VWAP. This is my 20 moving average, and this is the 9 down here. This is the volume profile. So I probably am not going to be concerned much until like up in this area. But I am going to look at the price action. I'm also going to look at banking stuff and putting it in the bank. And just thinking about, hey, like right there, I had a really good trade, and now it's kind of gone back down again. But so I might bank it here and then think about getting back in it again. Wow, that's too bad. I should have. Now it's pulled back down again. So I'm actually going to sell there and then look to buy in if it dips at all. No, I missed it. Wow. I don't want to miss the whole move, so I'm going to get back in for a second and just see what happens here. I liked banking that, but yeah, I think I should have just held. I was telling everybody how it's going to go up, and then I lost my nerve a little. Not lost my nerve. I like to get it in the bank and then get back in, and I'm not reversing like I normally do. Not on Nvidia. I've learned some very bad, tough lessons trying to reverse with Nvidia, so I'm stopping to do that. Most people think reversing is crazy, but I like to stay in position because it takes me sometimes too long to get back in. So let's see if it can make 168. It seems like it's fading here, guys. So I'm a little concerned about this. One 167. It dropped off at 167 even. 167.11. I'm going to take that. I'm banking that, and I'm going to look to see if it pulls off this. Is it done? Oh, man. So the buyers dropped a little bit as the volume went up. And then this tells me it's going to turn around too. So if it pulls off that 68, if it doesn't make 69, I'm gonna try shorting. I'm gonna try shorting right there. I wish I would have shorted a little higher there. Okay, so I'm very, very not sure about what I just did there, because if this continues to go up, if you look at the bigger picture, that was definitely trying to catch a scalp that could go against me here. Oh, there it goes. So that's 1,000. But let's wait. Let's hold on to what I thought might happen. So that's a good sign. There's a little bit of a spinning top there, but not really. Remember, learn your patterns, guys. Indecisive on the 15-minute. So let's see if it can get back down. Let's see if it breaks the 66 first. How you guys doing up there? Some of you are still going long right now. I see that. Everybody has their max loss set. Wow. So is it going to break that 66? I'll hold it a hair longer. Is it going to break 65? It's at 65.50. It's going back up to 66. I'm going to buy there. I don't want to. I'm going to get back in. I bought there and banked it, and I just got back in real quick. I shouldn't have got back in with a short. I think that might be it. 66 is maybe the support. I'll give it a hair longer. Oh, there we go. I'm going to take that. I'm going to buy off that VWAP. What did I get it at? I got it at 865.28. Oh, boy. The video always gets your heart pumping. But now I've got some cushion, so I had the VWAP. Come on. I had the VWAP there, as well as that 64. We'll call it 64.50 probably is the support. Now this is making a bull flag. So if this I might have caught a bull flag actually by accident. So it's not picture perfect, but it's pretty good. And the sellers did drop off there, as you can see. Now we've got massive buyers coming in because everybody sees this as a bull flag. So learn your patterns, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy for these things that push them up. And technically, if it's a bull flag, it's supposed to go I think is 82% accurate on day trading volume 2. They talk about it, but it should be the length of the pole. But that's one friggin' long pole, so I certainly would not count on that to go that far. But it might be that the pole starts here, which would be 62. Yeah, that's $4 more. I seriously doubt that, but you never know. Still hasn't actually made the bull flag yet, so that was wishful thinking. Now I'm watching this number a lot. Just to make sure I'm not misjudging something, and I'm watching what the market maker is going to give me because the spread's so wide and the slippage on 1,000 shares. You should, even with Nvidia, you need to count on some slippage here. But see how the sellers are dropping off. So I believe I'm in the right position for it to go up. So this needs to turn green, and it will absolutely identify this as a bull flag. At the bottom of this, you have an inverted hammer, which is telling you that's a reversal sign from these two, telling you this is going to go up. Now you can't get caught up in these moves here until they, that's why you want to look at the 5-minute and the 15-minute. So it is red, unfortunately for me. But I'd love to see this go green, and then. Everybody's green, but we had a couple of big losses there. Now they've turned around, so we're doing good. So by not reversing, I'm a little safer. I started to say, I like to reverse and I manage my bad position. I'm reversing because I feel the stock has stopped going the way it was going, but it might still, for the most part, but it might still have a few spikes up. I get them wrong occasionally and I have to reverse again, but I like managing a position. Now you can do that by double clicking when you want to change rather than using a reverse button. On Nvidia, I think I told you a few weeks back, nice. It hit me a few, whoa, there we go. So it broke through the 66. It is definitely, now we're definitely bull flag territory here. It is a bull flag, and more people see it and more people are jumping on. This is also a spinning top right here. This actually would signify a reversal on the 5 minutes. So I have to be careful here. But volume stayed high, about this high, but it was all buyers now. So let's see if the buyers push it up. Now I'd be worried about this right here. This is the top of the volume profile. Now remember the value of the volume profile. So I have a video that shows how to set this up with the point of control and exactly how to get it for intraday here, which is really important when you start to see these price action lines come in. There's none here right now. It could signify, holy mackerel, this is really going. So this is a great trade. I'm not jumping out of this yet. If this falls off fast, okay. So I'm just going to stay in this trade for right now. This is a good trade, guys. It's just punching through these. So until I see a big retrace back here, I'm going to stay in it. So I broke 11K. Is that it? No, okay. I almost got shaken out right there. Just by looking at the way that started to drop. I was actually moving the screen and wasn't looking, or I probably would have sold. But I'm glad now that I hung on a little longer. Wow. So it's actually going to break 70. It broke 870. Man, I'm going to get out soon, guys. This is not, there's a big gap here between that and 70. I'm just going to bank it in a second. This is a great trade. This is a $5,000 trade. This is $5 we just went up. Yeah, I am totally getting ready to get, I'm just going to get out right there. So that's 13,000. So let's look for a reversal here. I'm going to actually reverse right there. I got a big cushion. I'm looking for this to now go back down. So if it doesn't, I'm just going to instantly buy out. But that's a long way up, and that's basically the length. It did go the length of the pole, so it's fulfilled its move according to what bull flags are supposed to do. Now, this looks like I made a really bad decision right now. So not really bad, but it doesn't look like it's turning around. So, well, now it does. I have to buy, I have to cover to get out. Yeah, I'm tempted to take something here because it looks like it wants to go back up to me. So, getting ready to reverse off that pivot point. So that's 41 cents, 70.41, or the next one down, which would be 870 even. Okay, so we're breaking that. Are we going to get to 870 even? Right. I mean, this is definitely looking like it wants to go back up. So just to manage it, how far can you go down and catch this without losing what you have on the short? And I would say that right around $870 is what I'm looking at. Looking at the market maker, will it give me that? Oh, wow. It went way below it. So I banked 15. And I'm going to buy back in there based on that action. See how the buyers came way down here, or and the sellers came up here. So this is actually going the wrong way. So I'm just basically telling you how I just made the wrong move here. That's was that short happening there. But I turned around long based on the pivot points and the price action here. But now it looks like I'm going the wrong way. So get ready to sell out here. $869.92, guys. That's my, oh, it went back up again. Okay. Yeah, with 1,000 shares, you're all over the board here. So, yeah, I think I got kind of lucky on this trade so far that it's not actually got me in the red. But now, this candle's going to tell me everything if I'm going to get out of this position. Oh, wow, I'm already making money on it. So, wow, okay. We're doing okay. So can it break the high that it just had? Well, it's not the high because it opened here, but I mean, this is where it just stalled out before. So let's see if it can do that. Give it a punch there. Not sure about it, I'll tell you that. See, but most people are over 10, which is good. Yeah, it's just fading again here, guys. So this seems to be its high. I'm just going to get out. I'm going to think a minute before shorting. Look at the price action come in on the left. Yeah, that's going to push it up, guys. See if that point of control pulls up, because if that point of control pulls up down here, it's going to go long again. So watch that close. That just came up. I'm going to go long right there. Okay, so that's going to punch it. So that's why I took that trade. So, you know, it doesn't happen every time, but it's a high likelihood of it. You saw that point of control pull up, right? So this is telling you that this is the center of the price action that has just happened. So there's a lot of people up here, which gives us a better sign that it's going to go up. So sellers weren't as high as buyers, and now buyers are winning out again. So this is just generally a good way to go. I'm glad that was so definitive. I saw it happening. A lot of this is some intuition going on here that's hard to explain, but that one was not. So we're at 171.50 right now, which is a psychological resistance. So it just keeps breaking off this volume profile. I think these arrows are going to punch up and let us get higher here. So 72.29. It's just stopping like right in this area here. So I'm going to probably, if it gets up there again, I'm going to at least sell and wait. So anything over 72 I'm looking for, if there's anything going to happen over 72. I will sell out at 72 and think about shorting. Can you get up there? Oh, there it went. I'm going to take that. I'm going to get out for right now. I banked 17. I'm going to actually short off that level. You know, this is a flat top here. And until it breaks it, you want to go down with it. So if it breaks it, I got to quickly get out. So we want to see like maybe 72.50 would have got me out of that position. So right at the point of control. So we're looking for this to come back down like it's been doing in the in the 870-ish down in this area, which is like 870.50, 870.60, somewhere right here in the center of these is where I will get out, because I don't think it's going to keep going down. I think it's going to break this, and that's what I'm looking at. So just wait it out. Don't take the cheap money, because it could be another $500 here if it goes down to where it should go. No, that's not good. We've got an 872.13 short, guys. And I had a $600 there a second ago, and now it's red. So there's a shadow wick, so that did not happen. That's the sensitivity. Now, a lot of people will say that is a signal of a downward move on the, wow. That got down to, I see a couple of you are long still. I'm going to actually buy out of that position, guys. I'm going to ride this back up. So we are at 870.19 now. I'm just playing these, and with Nvidia, it's slightly stressful. Because at any time you can see the big, or So you want to make sure you're on the right now. It's sellers. So I'm going the wrong way technically, but I got a good position when I got in. I got near the low of these, hitting across the 9 EMA. Here's the 20. There's the VWAP. I'm right at the point of control, so I have some confidence in this level because that's where most people are. So we want to see this blue line that's recessing, that aqua. We want to see that come in when you're in a long position, and it's not, so that's a little scary. And I don't want to see one come down here and pull this down, though. I definitely have to reverse at that point. Not reverse, change my position. I know you guys are used to me reversing. We're only halfway in the trading session here, so this should be a good day for everybody. We were really saying we had to show a really good day and what is possible that you can do if you trade a lot of shares with a large cap. There's high possibilities, and you see all these guys online. Oh, I made 40,000. Oh, I made 60,000. Oh, do I have a little bit of FOMO? Yeah, I have a little bit because I know I could probably do it if I focused on it, and I am showing the ways that everybody can trade. And like I've said, oh wow, luckily I have my own business. This is not what I do for a living. This is just what I do for side income. So I'm not trying to be pretentious. I'm just saying I enjoy teaching and showing things, and I know I give up trading time when I do that, but I'm okay with that. Wow, I blew that, huh? I was way up there with that. I just wasn't focusing when I start talking about things as much. So now I'm feeling like I really blew that because look at what I could have done is just caught the move, got out and caught the short, and I didn't. So that's part of the problem right here. So, wow. Tell you, if it went too much lower, I'd sell and then buy a better position down here. So I'm not going to let that do that again to me. So oh, man. Look at this just consolidating in here. I don't like to see it below the point of control in I don't want to be in the wrong position here for a big drawdown or acceleration up. I broke the 20K. I'm pretty happy about that, but it's so early in the day that I just should not call it a day there. I think we're doing okay to keep trading. So a lot of times I'll just stop at 10 or 15 or 20 just because I'm thinking I'm very lucky to be this high, but I just didn't. It seems like there's more here for me, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it up. But I am going to, if it gets up there again, I'm going to get out and ride it down, like right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to short. And what did I get that at? 73.06. So I got it really good. Geez, that was better than I thought. And now I'm getting really hurt. Jeez. Ah, boy. I wanted to catch that for the drawdown, and then it really broke the flat top. So now I'm in a bad situation again, as I was talking big there. So I have to be careful. It doesn't just keep breaking through the 74 and head up to 75. I got to get out if that happens. So we're looking for another drawdown here, like it had been doing, but I'll tell you, it punched through there pretty high, so it may not go back down. People are getting confidence to go in on a long here. Yeah, oh, there it goes. Wow. And I'm still holding it. Okay. 2,000 max loss. This is my last chance to get out for a lesser loss, I think. I'm just waiting for it to get down a little lower. A little lower. Come on. A little lower. I'm just going to get out right there, guys. That's too bad. So that's my first losing trade, I think. That was about $600. And I'm thinking now. So I'm thinking that I'm worried about how much higher this is going to go to jump into a buy. I kind of wanted to go short as I saw this come down, but you know, I don't know. I mean, I had to get out because it was going up, but then now it's telling me that maybe I should have stayed in. So I'm confused about it a little bit here. Is it going to dip down? That's 74.40. That's 74. Wow. Okay, so I missed $1 there. Missed $1,000 there. Okay, I'll try to catch it as it goes up now. Is it going to go back up? I got a 73.57. Let's see it hit 75 again. See if I can scalp this. So we had a shooting star at the top here, which showed a reversal right when I hit it. So it's showing that it's going to go down here, and I went ahead and went in anyway. So I'm calling a couple of these wrong. Right after I said, oh, there's a lot more, I think I can do a lot more, I'm actually getting hit, feeling like I'm getting hit more than, I'm in bad positions more than good positions is what I'm trying to say. So I need to kind of take a breath and think about what I'm doing here, because the action has sort of changed a little bit. So it went up, and then now it's consolidating again. Oh, the arrows did move up. I guess I missed that. So is it going to hit the 75 again? I'm going to take that, guys, just because it got me back to where all these shenanigans hurt me. So I'm at 22 now. It's not just because. It's because this indecision is concerning me, so I'd rather bank it and look for a definitive move here. I mean, I feel like I want to short off these, but, you know, I don't know. So that's 75.40. Yeah, I can't help it. I'm going to short off that. And I'm going to buy right there. I'm going to buy out and see if I can get another chance to short. Oh, it's dropping off to 74. It's dropping off to 74. All right, I got to get in there now. Oh, boy. All right, so that wasn't the best, but I wish I would have kept in the short there. That's okay. So let's see if that's going to keep going down. That's not the best position, 73.53. I would rather be up above 74 here. So let's see if it's going to reverse and go back up. It's going down, so. Now these candles are getting bigger, so look at the sellers. I'm in the right position. Look at the scalping indicator. Wow. Okay, so that's a great trade so far. It's breaking. It's down by the point of control. Be careful, guys. Don't lose it here. This is a great trade. So we can get greedy and then, oh my God, I'm going to take that. I was just talking about how you can get greedy. So that's a very good trade to have there. Yeah, I'm going to go long off this. Now it went through the 9, the point of control, and started bouncing off this 20 and these levels again. So let's see if it keeps dropping. Again, you gotta take a chance. See, some of you, a couple of you dropped down, and most of you are up. There's a couple of you over 20, which is great. And this is a really good day for everybody that we were kind of hoping for. We were really hoping for 15 at best, so this is better than we thought. In 30 minutes, as I said, I'm only going to trade 30 minutes, so I do have stuff to do. Every time I talk about businesses, I feel like I'm trying to show off or whatever, and it's not the case. So, yeah, I think, guys, I'm just going to slow down from scalping a little bit here. Let's wait for this move. I've got a big cushion here. I don't want to lose it. I'm not going to try to capture these little ones on a falling knife right here. So this is a sign of a reversal. That's a hammer. So as it comes down, it's telling you it's going to reverse. So let's look with this right on the point of control. Let's see if we see the price action over here, that little line. I don't know if you can see it very well. I have the opacity turned way down. So we don't want to see that start to grow, because that means I'm in the wrong position long, as it could pull the point of control down. We want to see one come in up here, and we want to see the sellers drop, with the volume dropped with the sellers, which is a good sign in my position. It bounced, there you go, it bounced off the 20. So we're looking for a rebound here. Again, indecisive candle going down, telling you it's going to turn around. I want to see some confirmation on the volume profile. This is confirmation. The 15-minute just says, we're going up, guys. What are you messing around with over there for? You should have just bought right there and stayed in. So those are what the 15-minute people are saying. What's all the drama? What are you doing? Yeah, this is going to be my last trade, guys. So I know that's the kiss of death to say that. I'll have to do a couple things before I get out of here. So, and I do want to make sure I can move this. I don't have Charlie. She's not with me today, so I have to move this stuff, get this stuff in an email to her so she can download this video with the right, that's how I do it. I email it with the right links, and then when the video goes out, she puts them on the video, which can get confusing, and sometimes you get the wrong links, and I apologize for that. I try. So this is another great trade. Let's go out with a bang. So let's see if we can get up here. See if we can go back. That would be a really good trade. That would be another $3. So we'd break 30K. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm shooting for. That's where my trading plan is that I just made up right there. I don't know. Wow, and it's actually going to do it. Look at it go. So that's 74.10. Yeah, I don't want to count on it getting up there, so I got to be careful. Just get out when the getting's good. But I mean, it did double tap here. So forever we had a flat top here, and now we kind of got one here. So it would make sense. I'd love to see some price action come across here. But look at the volume go up with the buyers. Look at the scalping indicator telling you stay in this move. Don't get out too prematurely. You're doing well. If it starts dropping fast, then get out. So, God, I mean, it didn't seem like 30K was that hard. I mean, it came fast, didn't it? I mean, don't do that. Really? Is that it then? Hold it. I got a big cushion on this trade. Hold it a hair longer. Darn, I was like a couple $100 from 30K, right? That's always the way. I jinxed myself. I mean, this showed you that it's still going up. So this is not, this might not be an actual, this looks better to go up still, so. Stay on target. Hold out, guys. Hold out for the bigger move, just in case. I'm not going to let mine drop below 2K here. That's when I'll get out. And that could happen in a split second here. So I'm just I'm keeping my cursor over the sell here. I mean, you never know anything for sure, right, guys? I mean, you can see these indicators. It can say this stuff, and then there we go. There we go. Boom up there to 875. Go up there. Go up there. That's it. I'm going to take it. Yeah, I broke 30K. So I would assume it's going to fall off of here. That would be my assumption. You know, and I would actually almost want to take a trade, but I love that round number for the video. It's a great video number, right? So Guys, please don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Remember, there's so many cool videos of showing you how to do stuff for your platform, teaching you how to do everything from the charts to the scanners to support and resistance levels to see which way the market's going to go every morning. There's a lot of great videos in the trading archives. And then don't forget to look at those books on the links. I'd like to see you get those if you don't have them. Remember, guys, when you buy the books, write a review for the authors, or even give the stars, because that gets them encouraged to write more. Because just like in the YouTube algorithm, the Amazon algorithm pushes it when they get reviews, particularly good reviews. Oh, wow. I would have gone short there too. Well, I'm glad I didn't. See, I would have lost my 30K. So, yeah, I definitely was thinking of shorting off that. So that's too bad, but it's not too bad. I know some of you are still trading. Did you get, yeah, so you got the long. A couple of you got the longs there. Okay, guys, that is over my time. Thanks for being a part of it. Remember, trade in a simulator. Stay inquisitive and stay green. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.